Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Jules, a full-time flipper, a single mama, the one-woman show, and yes, I sell on eBay full-time. That's what I do, guys. Well, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do some what solds, and also I'm going to share a few things I've been doing to kind of hike up my sales a little bit, and it's definitely been helping, so I'm going to share that with y'all. So let's get into it, guys. Let's see what's selling on eBay. Let's go. Okay guys, so first things first, the other day I was kind of wallowing around, bumming out about not being able to source enough because where I live in eastern Pennsylvania, I live in western, I live in western Pennsylvania, but the town I live in is called Northeast. That's the actual name of the town, Northeast Pennsylvania. But it's actually on the very upper corner of the west side of the state, so it's odd, yeah. So anywho, the weather has not been great lately. We have had a very rough winter, and I'm pretty sure everyone around here is just so sick of the snow and the cold and can't wait till spring. So because of the weather, I haven't really been getting out as much as I should to source, and it bums me out. So last week, once again, I started decluttering. I do this every now and again because it's a constant struggle here. I always have crap piling up, a death pile, whatever you want to call it. And I often need to encourage myself to get the motivation going to go through it and either donate things or post things, you know, one or the other, just so it's not all collecting in my living room. I'm not kidding. It's like literally behind my couch.
Take back the child that you have stolen.
What's the matter, my dear? Don't you like your toys?
It's all junk.
Well, what about this? This is not junk. Eh?
Yes, it is.
So in this area, things just collect. They collect, guys. I have tubs and different things. I try to keep things organized, but it's just a never-ending battle. It really is. So anyhow, long story short, I'm rambling. Anywho, the other day like I said, gained the motivation and started sorting through all my stuff, and holy crap, I cannot believe how many things I started finding that I was like, I don't even remember this, like vaguely, you know. I think sometimes when I source items and they're not super easy to figure out, maybe they're not super easy to post because I got to do some research or whatever, that stuff often ends up in the death pile. And it doesn't mean they're not good items. I'm just kind of putting them aside, and then sometimes I'll forget about them because they're in the pile, you know. So yes, I started shopping in my own living room and I was finding quite a few good items. Okay guys, I'm going to share with you. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay, the first 6 items I'm going to share today are actually all items I have sourced in my living room that sold very quickly. I'm not kidding, like within days of posting them. Why? I don't really know, but it's a thing, okay? Just trying to encourage y'all, if you have any kind of piles going on, guys, get digging. Get digging in there. You never know what you're going to find. Okay, here we go. First item. Okay, so this picture I had actually hanging on my wall at one point, but then I rearranged stuff and I had it sitting aside, and I meant to like post it or do something with it, and it just sat there, and I found it again, obviously, last week, thinking, why have I not sold this? Here we go. It's a vintage Italian, the infant Samuel picture, art print bubble glass, okay, ornate frame. Sold within a couple days for $24 plus shipping. So great sale there. And I don't remember where I got that because, like I said, I bought it for myself initially. I think I bought it thinking maybe I'll sell it, maybe I'll keep it. And then I actually did keep it, but ended up taking it down. So you get the gist. Okay. Here's another item I bought and I thought maybe I would keep it and then never used it. And there it laid. Pewter hummingbird with stained glass wings, tail sun catcher bird ornament 3D. Just a really pretty little sun catcher hummingbird. $19 plus shipping. It sold within like 2 days. Yeah, so I noticed a lot of stained glass things do really well. Pewter too, so that combination. And people do love hummingbirds as well. They are really cool. So I think that also helped the sale. So yay, good sale there. And I don't remember where I got that either, guys. If I don't remember where I got some of the stuff, it's just, you know me, I forget things. So warning, memory is not great, okay? Okay, here's another item that just sold yesterday. Pioneer Woman Patchwork Tablecloth, Sweet Rose Cottage Farmhouse, 50 by 70 inches. Sold for $12.50 within like a day. I had this in my pile. I believe when I first sourced this from my local thrift store, I do remember that I seen a lot of other ones online and I thought, oh, it's probably not the greatest pickup. I became disinterested in it and just set it aside. Of course, why set it aside when you can just post it for a decent price and make some money off of it? And that's another thing I was going to talk to you guys about today is pricing and how important it is. Holy crap, yeah, that's a learning curve, but I'll tell you what I did. But anyhow, yeah, this Pioneer Woman Patchwork Tablecloth, $12.50 plus shipping, like I said, great sale. All right, we're gonna do the two other items I found in my pile, and then I'll tell you about what I did recently that helped my sales a lot. Okay, here we go. At my local thrift store a while back, probably obviously around Christmas time, I found bags of old ornaments. Now, a lot of y'all know that old like mercury glass ornaments can be worth a lot of money. There are some very valuable vintage antique ornaments. These were somewhat like that, but they were not in the best of shape. But I don't think that always matters as long as they're not like breaking apart. Such a big collector base for this stuff out there. I think if it's really old and as long as it's not completely broken, if it's faded or not looking the greatest, some of them still do well, guys. So definitely good to know. So this one, here we go. Lot of vintage antique glass ornaments, Christmas indented owl variety, 8 total. Okay. And I posted this and it sold right away, like within an hour. And I thought, shoot, did I post that too cheap? Maybe I did. It sold for $28.99 plus shipping. When I was posting these, I did look up mercury glass ornaments and how to identify them because I wasn't really sure. I don't know a lot about the mercury glass. And what I found out was the ornaments I had, I did not believe them to be mercury glass. I'm not going to get into the details, but when I was inspecting them, I didn't think they were. But when I was researching, it mentioned that a lot of ornaments on eBay and such will say they're mercury glass, but they're not really true mercury glass. So I think sometimes people label them that don't really know. So I didn't want to label them mercury glass. That's why I did it, but still $28.99. I was definitely happy with that. And then this lot also sold within a couple days. Vintage lot of 6 stenciled made in USA glass Christmas ornaments. They were like the stenciled kind and fairly good shape, you know, old. They had some wear, definitely a few issues, but decent looking. Sold for $17 plus shipping. So even if I sold the first lot cheap, and I probably did, I'm just assuming, oh well, you know, if someone gets a deal, they get a deal. At least I posted them and got a profit. I didn't pay much. I think I paid like $1 or $2 a bag for all these ornaments. So yeah, very reasonable. Okay guys, Journey's down here and I'm gonna see if you guys can see her without her knowing we're videoing her, okay? She's like chasing her own tail. So cute. Yeah. Now she's bathing, okay? Journey! Hey Journey! She's being cuddly, but I don't dare pick her up because of last time. Yeah, last time you scratched me, huh? Here she is. Journey, look, look. Ow. She scratched me. Why? All right, at least you guys got to see her this time. So recently, what has been really helping sell items for me is ending and selling similar, which I believe a lot of you probably know what that's all about. There are a lot of YouTube videos about that. If you're curious, go ahead and look it up. But I do it every couple days. I do maybe like a handful, like 50 items I'll end and sell similar. Now, a lot of times when I do that, I might be in a bit of a hurry. Sometimes I'll kind of look through them and change a few things, but it really depends on the day and how much time I have. But what I've been doing recently is instead of doing it really quick, I have been taking maybe half, maybe like 25 items, ending them, selling similar, but really going through the items one by one and looking them up to see what prices they're going for, what the sell-through rate is, all that. Really taking a deep dive into the items. And I cannot believe how many items I have that are just way overpriced. And maybe I think, oh, that's a good price, but for whatever reason, they've been on there a long time. Maybe the prices have changed. And another thing is, when I first post items, I'll tend to post them a little high and then I'll gradually come down on the price, you know, because obviously, you know, you try to get the most out of the item without asking for too much. But I know now there are a lot of items that I might price a little bit higher and then they sit and then I forget to go back in and be like, okay, really, what's a decent price to get this item moving? So that's what I've been doing and it has helped so much. Because obviously when you have an item that might be really saturated and there's a ton of other sellers selling the same item for like half the price you have yours listed as, yours is just gonna sit there. So yeah, definitely been helping. I've been like shocked at how many items I've just had priced up a little too high, you know, because you really got to factor in shipping and everything and what people are gonna pay for that item. There's also been a couple items that I've just taken right out of my store because when I looked them up, there's like none that are selling. They're selling for so little. Like one item was this old Skylanders portal thing that goes to a Wii, and I didn't even have like the dongle thing that you need to hook it up, and they were like literally not even selling. I think one might have sold for $6 free shipping. I don't even know how that's a thing or if you'd make any money off of it. So I thought, you know what, I'm just taking that down. It's obviously not a good item to have up. But there's other items I'm more aware of that will probably sell eventually. It's just gonna take time, and that's fine. I'll let them ride out, you know. So I just wanted to let you all know, if you haven't done that, if you haven't really took a deep dive in some of the old items that you've had around for a while, definitely check it out. It can be a lifesaver and it has helped me a lot recently. So good to be aware of. All right, on with what has sold here, guys. Ooh, we got some amber stuff that sold. I love amber. Amber is like a resin. It's like petrified sap, you know, from trees. I believe that's what it is. It's not a stone. Natural gemstones have a cold feel to them, but amber will not. It doesn't mean it's fake. It's just that it's not a stone, it's a resin. There's different ways of identifying amber if you're not really knowledgeable about it, but just wanted to share that because I feel some people probably don't know that, you know? It's kind of neat. Vintage sterling silver Baltic amber bracelet chunky link estate retro. Yeah, this was really cool, guys. It was sterling silver. And I went to an estate sale a couple months ago that had a lot of really nice jewelry. And they had this little tray full of $5 a piece jewelry. Everything in there was $5 a piece, and this was in there. And it was sterling silver. And when I seen it, I'm like, oh, I knew that would do well. It sold for $106 plus shipping within a couple months. I don't believe the estate sale peeps noticed that was sterling because they had sterling stuff like set aside and, you know, they had it organized. But there was a few different pieces in that $5 tray that were sterling. So either they just didn't care or didn't notice. I don't know, but that was a good sale. Very good sale. And I also sold a pair of amber earrings to the same buyer. Vintage sterling silver marcasite amber long drop earrings. UV glow. Yeah, these had a glow to them. Very pretty earrings, but these sat forever. I got these a long time ago at an estate sale as well. And for whatever reason, maybe the style, I don't really know. They took forever to sell and they finally sold for $30 plus shipping. And I probably did maybe come down on the price a little bit. I think I did. So I'm sure that helped. But yeah, two good sales. And of course, if customers want to combine shipping, absolutely. You get more sales that way and it helps them out. So it's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's wheel and deal. I'm all about it. Here's a really pretty little dainty Celtic cross necklace made in Ireland. Isn't this pretty? A very small little cross. sold for $28.99 plus shipping. I got this in a shopgoodwill.com bundle. I've been doing that here and there. I go to shopgoodwill.com and I'll kind of browse through stuff and see what looks good. A lot of things get bid up on there, and you got to be really careful because, you know, you don't want to spend too much money, and a lot of the Goodwills charge quite a bit for shipping, even if it's jewelry. I noticed. I believe this lot had 4 different cross necklaces. They were all sterling. I got it for fairly cheap. I'm trying to think. I think it was around maybe $15 I got the lot for, which is really good, you know, but you got to factor in the shipping. I believe I paid like at least $15 for shipping, at least. So obviously it was more around $30 for the lot, but I'm still going to make decent money off of it. You just got to be careful because that shipping can get you, and you don't want to lose money because of that, you know. Okay, this was a unique item. Vintage The Witch's Iron-On Patch. Large Witch Moon 12th Amos embroidered rare. This was really hard to identify. I found this at an estate sale, paid next to nothing for it. Just thought, hey, it looks cool. It has a witch on it. People like that kind of stuff. But when I try to research it, nothing else out there like it. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to make up a price, I guess, because I don't think it's like super valuable, but at the same time it's cool. And it ended up selling for $18.70 plus shipping. I did send an offer for that, and I had it maybe a few months. But yes, I love finding little items like that that are super easy to ship and everything. Woo. All right, this was such a cute tea kettle, guys. This was so small. Vintage antique brass small tea kettle, etch stamped with camel gooseneck spout, 6x6. So yeah, this was a really little cute little tea kettle. My mom had it at her house, and she's like, oh, I wonder if this might be worth something. And I thought it might. I'm like, it's brass. Brass sells, you know. Heck, I'll try. But it wasn't worth a ton. It wasn't desirable enough. I guess I've had it for a while, and it finally sold for $16 plus shipping. I'll take it. $16 free to me. Thanks, Mom. So it was tiny. Like I said, I'm sure whoever got it is going to use it for decoration. I don't know, maybe you could actually use it for a tea kettle, but it is like tiny. Good sale either way. Okay, this was an interesting one. Vintage The Dancing Princess board game, 1962 Hasbro Fairyland Palace Ball Rare. Okay, yes. I've had this for quite a while, guys. It sat and sat, and it was one of those when I was going back through, I did a deep dive on it, realized this is a very, very, very rare game. Maybe there's just not people out there looking for it. I don't know, because I've had it for so long. So I think I reduced the price a little bit. And then at the end of the title, I added rare because I think that helps sometimes. I do not like to use it unless it's true though. I don't like to slap on rare because I know some people probably misuse rare, you know, and put it on items that aren't really rare. I see it, but when an item is rare, I use it. Why not? So for whatever reason, reposted it a little cheaper, and with the keyword rare, it sold really quick for $17.99 plus shipping. So whatever did it, hey, good, because I've had that for way too long. All right, here's an item that always takes forever to sell, for me anyhow, and I just think they're the coolest things, and I keep picking them up. I don't care. They're freaking cute. Check it out. Vintage Little Red Riding Hood Topsy-Turvy Doll. Big Bad Wolf Grandma Folk Art. Look at this thing, guys. I'll show you some close-ups. It's so neat. Okay, so the one side is Little Red Riding Hood, and the other topsy-turvy, you know, you tip her upside down, the other end is Grandma. But hold up, wait a minute. You turn Grandma's head around, guys, and what's on the other side? The Big Bad Wolf. I mean, come on. Isn't that cool? It's handmade, super creative. I just love these topsy-turvies, you know. I just love them. But honestly, anyone I've ever posted always sits forever and doesn't sell for much. Why? I don't really know. Apparently, there's not enough people out there that value these amazing topsy-turvies, but maybe there are a select number that sell for more, probably, but nothing I found has. So anywho, I've had this bad boy forever, sold for $14 plus shipping, finally, and I'm so excited because it is adorable and cool, and I love it. Yay. Ooh, I wonder why this one has sold. Ooh, I wonder why this one has sold. Ooh, I wonder why this one has sold. Oh my, I cannot do that accent. I cannot do that accent. St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day. Vintage St. Patrick's Day bandana. Let me see if I can do the title. Vintage St. Patrick's Day bandana. Erin Gold Bra, USA made. Leprechaun clover. Green. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, I can do certain accents, but other ones I'm so horrible at. I can't do like the Irish Scottish accent very well for whatever reason. It's really bad. Anywho, this bandana I got like a couple weeks ago at my local thrift store, paid probably 50 cents for it, and it sold for $10 plus shipping rather quickly, probably because of St. Patrick's Day. Okay, I'm not gonna, oh my gosh, okay. Good sale. We have another scarfy thing, not a bandana, but a scarf. This is cool. Vintage pair silky satin souvenir pink scarf made in France. Okay. $14 plus shipping. Just a small little pretty like souvenir scarf, like I said here. And it was cool because I found it in this envelope that had like the date on it and everything. So I knew it was legit, you know, from 1966, I think. I'll share. So yeah, it came in that envelope. Really cool and a good sale. Okay, at my local thrift store, I found these little guys in a bag for like 50 cents. These things were tiny, okay, like microscopic, I don't know. They're really small. Zero Smashers giant lot of 52 assorted minifigure toy collection variety. These guys sold for $24 plus shipping. And yeah, just for these tiny little things. And like I said before, if you can find something in a decent enough lot, people will pay decent money for them. Like, I mean, I'm sure all in, these people paid $30 for these little smasher things. So I was thrilled to get $24 for them. Definitely a good profit because, like I said, I paid like 50 cents. So really cool. Ooh, this is a really cute little Mickey Mouse little pendant like charm. Vintage Walt Disney gold tone Mickey Mouse charm pendant round. Nothing amazing about it, but it was very cute. Vintage, and that was it pretty much. Very cute and vintage. $12 plus shipping. Did not take long to sell. I posted this and it had watchers right away. One of them items, I think I took an offer for it. Yeah. This is another item I think I had just laying with my jewelry items for way too long. I was going to collect like different Mickey, Disney jewelry items and put them together, and I just thought this, out of the items I had, I thought somebody would want because it's vintage and really cute. So sure enough, someone bought it, so that's good. Okay, I sold a very nice vintage Victoria's Secret satin nightshirt gown. Kelly green button-down logo, new with tags, sold for $24.99 plus shipping. Very nice, like I said, new with tags, probably around the 90s, I'm thinking, for this one. And as I've said many times, vintage Victoria's Secret does well. If you can find Victoria's Secret, definitely look it up. All right, guys, forgive me if I've shared this one in the past. I forget if I have, because it sold like the end of January, I see. This is a vintage slide rule. I bought it at a thrift store. I paid probably a little too much for it. I think I paid like $5 or $6 because I thought it would sell for more, but it ended up selling for $22 plus shipping. So I wanted to share with you guys, in case y'all didn't know, that these are pretty much a bolo. Of course, you got your bread and butter and you got your really good ones. So they're kind of hard to identify sometimes too. You kind of have to research, well, for me anyhow, because I'm not knowledgeable about any of this, okay? But I do know these can do really well. A lot of them look like this, and then there's some too I found that are actually circle, and they were going for really big money, so I thought I'd share. Definitely be on the lookout for these guys because some of them can do really well. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. I hope you all enjoyed and stuck around, and of course, if you did, if you could like and make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you like me and you like this kind of content. I do a lot of what sold bolo videos and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much, and as always, happy hunting, toodaloos.